Before its renovation, this area was dotted with compounds like this, each of which was disorderly and teeming with many houses. But take a look now, and all you can see are neat lanes, nice houses, and modern facilities. The Beijing's development plan released in 2017 says old hutongs and courtyard houses cannot be demolished anymore to make way for high-rises. They can only be renovated, keeping its old historical elements while adding facilities for it to be fit for the needs for modern living. And this area is one fine example of such renovation. This area in the west of Caishikou, a residential district in the south of the Chinese capital, started house demolition and replacing residential dwelling more than a decade ago. The work was stalled for some time as most of the residents were reluctant to leave their traditional residences. In 2019, the area initiated a voluntary replacement project. Under this program, residents who were willing to leave were offered a huge compensation payment suitable for purchasing an apartment elsewhere in the city. Those who chose to stay were offered free renovation of the house exteriors to make it look contemporary without losing the historic feel. Interior decoration of these properties were also made available to the residents at a suitable cost. The whole renovation project has been undertaken by a state-owned company.
The government put in a startup fund, which accounts for 40% of the entire investment. The rest was raised by our company. We are following the strict guidelines of the government while undertaking renovation work, like maintaining the original flavor of the old district and the kind of businesses that are permitted to set up shop. Our company will be responsible for managing vacant spaces and properties. This format is different from the earlier model in which the entire investment came from the government.
The courtyards that were emptied have since been redeveloped as apartments for talents, offices for companies, and locations for businesses. This courtyard has now been transformed into talent apartments. It has been rented by an electricity company as apartments for their employees. There is still one family which did not take up the resettlement offer and preferred to stay here. This lady and her family now live in the courtyard with several of the young employees from the utility company. This courtyard houses an architecture design company. It came to the area initially to help create databases of the houses in the area for the renovation project, but chose to stay on.
We didn't move out after the project became operational. While working in the hutong, we realized the advantage of the laid-back, relaxed pace of life, especially as it was inspirational for us. The vivid life here continues to inspire our designs.
This area also has a memorial temple that was built during the Ming Dynasty period for a patriotic general. Zhao Changhai, who is part of the team responsible for the renovation of this temple, says there are some rules to follow to ensure that the temple is repaired in such a manner that it looks exactly like the original structure.
The renovation plan has been approved by the National Cultural Heritage Administration. Their stipulation was that it should be an original base, an original height, and original material. All the paintings here are replicas of the original patterns. All the renovation work in the area follows the same set of rules.
This hutong was a pilot project for Beijing's voluntary replacement mode of redevelopment. The same has now been extended to other areas in the capital city.
Xicheng district is home to most of the hutongs and courtyard houses in Beijing. After the success of this project, Xicheng district has carried out similar renovations in 4 other areas. These projects entail voluntary resettlement of over 1,000 families, which would amount to 4,600 residents. We have given state-owned companies the operational rights for 50 years, and they will be responsible for the renovation and operation of the properties.
With a large number of young people expected to take up homes in these areas, it is inevitable that the areas should have coffee shops. This coffee bar, which was set up in 2019 as part of the renovation project, is now ranked number 1 in Dianping.com in Xicheng district in terms of ambience. Patrons love it as it is nestled in a hutong that is not commercial, while the hustle of daily life brings back the nostalgia and memories of an era gone by. 宋瑶天 CGTN